Hi everyone. First, I want to thank Shalinia for the opportunity to be part of this group and to share God's heart with you all. Have you ever wondered why you're going through certain things today? You know, it may be difficult to know why at the beginning, but a time would come when you will. There are certain things I've experienced in life, and while I was experiencing it, I couldn't really understand while I was experiencing it. I have so many questions which I didn't even get answers to. But a time came when I looked back and I said, wow, I could now see clearly why God allowed me to go through certain things yesterday. But what I want you to see is this: God will not allow what you've been through or currently going through to be in vain. It may not have been God sent, but it will be God used. The very thing the enemy meant to break or silence you, God will use to build and elevate you. Remember Joseph in the Bible. You know, I want you to know this: your pain will not be in vain. Your struggles will not be in vain. Your trials will not be in vain. We may not have answers to all of our questions, as I said earlier, nor understand why we go through certain things, just like in the case of Job. But one thing is certain: God will not allow it to be a waste. Your pain will not be a waste. Your struggles will not be a waste. No. The difficult situations that you've been through, the ugly experiences, I will call them, will not be a waste. And something I'm realizing is this: your struggles and pain today may be your area of ministry tomorrow. What you're going through today may be your area of assignment in time to come. What you're crying about today may be what you'll be ministering and testifying about tomorrow. Some people will not have had ministry today if not for what they went through yesterday. What you are experiencing today may be God's way of preparing you for what He will use you to do in the lives of others tomorrow. Think about David in the Bible. The bear and lion that David encountered in the wilderness was God's way of preparing him to encounter and bring down Goliath. And when David told Saul that he can fight Goliath, Saul said, "You're just a child, you're just a youth." But Goliath has been a man of war from his youth. What was David's response to what Saul said? "I killed a bear and a lion in the wilderness." That was his testimony to Saul. The lion and bear he killed in the wilderness was what gave him the boldness and the confidence to confront Goliath. So there are certain things that God is allowing you to go through today. Those things are intended to birth your ministry tomorrow. Those things are intended to make you an effective tool in God's kingdom and in the lives of people. Except one is first made to go through something, how can he or she truly reach out or minister to those who would go through the same thing? Hi, Shalina. A person who was once abused will be in a better position to minister to those who have been abused than a person that was never abused. Remember what I said earlier: it may not have been God sent, but it will be God used. There are certain things the enemy meant to silence and break us. There are certain things that the enemy meant to kill us, but God will turn it around. God will use it to build us. God will use it to birth something glorious in and through our lives. I will say again, that abuse, that rejection, that addiction, that pain, that breakup, that failure, that sickness, that loss or ugly experience won't be in vain, because God will use it for His glory. Jesus said, the sickness of Lazarus was not unto death, but for the glory of God. Jesus said, this man was born blind, that the works of God may be made manifest in him. God may have allowed you to encounter problems or challenges during your childhood, in your marriage, in your business, in your ministry, in your health, in your family, or finances, because through you, He wants to minister to those who would encounter problems, challenges in their business, in their ministry, in their marriage, in their health, family, and even finances. God may be taking you through today what He will use you to take others through tomorrow. God may be teaching you today what He will use you to teach others tomorrow. God may be impacting in you today what He will use you to impact on others tomorrow. No matter what you're going through now, don't give up, because it is not in vain, and God will use it for His glory. The testimony you get from the storm or the pain you are experiencing today may be the life jacket of those that will experience the same storm or pain tomorrow. It may be what has kept or will keep many that you don't even know from quitting and ending their lives. There are certain things I have been through which I had to share through my YouTube channel, through my Facebook page, and I never knew that it was encouraging people. I never knew that it was blessing lives. And few times I've seen people send me a message and say, Eti, thank you for that testimony you shared. Thank you for that word you shared. I'm going through a difficult situation, but that word has encouraged me. It has kept me going. We all have stories to share. We all have testimonies to share. We all have certain things that we go through that we're not even proud of, that we can share, which will be a blessing to those that are around us and even unknown strangers. And I'll end by saying that the things you know about God today and believe Him for would not have been made known if not for the things the people in the Bible had to go through. Today, a woman who is barren believes God for the fruit of the womb because of Sarah in the Bible. Today, a person who is sick believes God for healing because of the woman who had the issue of blood in the Bible. Today, a person who is blind believes God for the restoration of his or her sight because of the man that was born blind in the Bible. Today, a person who is faced with a hopeless or difficult situation believes God to make a way because of how God made a way for the Israelites in the Bible. You know, the testimony of those people in the Bible gives us hope in times of hopelessness. It gives us encouragement in times of discouragement. It gives us faith in times of doubt. Whenever we call upon God, we often use these people as a point of reference and believe God to heal, to provide, to deliver, to protect in our day, even as He did in their day. God wants to do same with you and me. Earlier today, the Lord told me, I have allowed you to be in this situation today because there are people who will need your testimony tomorrow to be encouraged. There are people coming behind you who will need your story and testimony to be able to endure the things they will go through and not give up. There are people your testimony will be a source of hope to in times of hopelessness or doubt. A life-saving jacket for those faced with a storm. I'm allowing you to go through certain things because I want men to use you as a point of reference in time to come. They will say, if God could heal you, if God could save you, if God could deliver you, if God could transform you, if God could elevate you, if God could protect you, if God could make a way for you, they believe that God can and is more than able to also heal, save, deliver, protect, elevate, and provide for them. And I want you to know that your testimony will spread abroad like a wildfire, and it will be one of your greatest weapons against the kingdom of darkness. Some time ago, I asked the Lord, why am I encountering different trials and challenges? Why am I going through certain things? The Lord replied, I'm just adding more chapters to your book of testimony. As people turn the pages of your life, they will see the love, they will see the grace, they will see the mercy, they will see the forgiveness, they will see the patience, they will see the power, they will see the goodness and handiwork of God. They will glorify God and believe Him for same in their lives. Brothers, sisters, and family, your current situation is not unto death, but for the glory of God and the encouragement of those that are behind you. Remember, what you're crying about today may be what you'll be ministering and testifying about tomorrow. Your area of test, challenges, difficulties, struggles today may be your area of assignment tomorrow. So if God gives you, if you have a story, God gives you a testimony, never be afraid, ashamed to share it, because it is meant to encourage someone currently faced with a storm. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.